Hello? Anybody here? Mother? Edgar? Are you still here? Amelia? Anybody?
Misty, the power is back on. Are you all right? Misty.
Thank you. We'll have a short intermission before resuming with Act 2 of our murder mystery play. Do you have your suspects in mind yet? And don't forget, we have a special performance of the play coming up in conjunction with our True Crime and Mystery Conference. Get your tickets now because we are almost sold out. Thank you so much.
If you were to meet this young man, you'd think he was a great kid. Straight A student, about to start college, pre-med. You'd never suspect he could bludgeon both parents to death, leave their bodies lying where they fell, and then use their credit cards to finance a trip abroad with his girlfriend. That's exactly what this killer did. It'd be 6 weeks before the police found the bodies. Everyone who knew him, they were surprised when this young man was arrested for the murders. Because he was so, and I quote, lovely, according to a neighbor. So how could he do it? Well, the psychologist who examined him later had an answer. Narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissists are self-centered individuals, lacking in empathy.
But they're able to convince others they're the nicest people, right?
Exactly. Even in the midst of committing unspeakable crimes, narcissists weave themselves a fantasy in which they are such incredible people, they're entitled to anything they want. And they're entitled to remove anyone in their way. So, how do we spot a narcissist? Well, there are 9 traits to help us identify one.
Oh, sorry. My sister's expecting her baby any minute now, and she's on her way to the hospital.
Oh.
I have to go. Sorry, Nick. Hate to miss your first talk for us as a member. So interesting.
Oh, text me a picture of the baby.
I will. Oh, Ro, have a great time at the True Crime and Mysteries Conference next week.
Oh, you're not going? Because I just got some brochures in the mail if you want one.
I can't. New baby in the family.
Bye. Bye. Please go on, Professor Miller.
All right, thanks. Now, back to the 9 traits.
From motive to murder. What kind of conference is this?
Oh, it's an annual thing at a resort in the mountains for true crime and mystery buffs. There are authors, forensic experts, all kinds of speakers.
Rose said that guy who does that great true crime podcast was there last year.
Oh, yeah, and so was the district attorney who prosecuted the Green River Killer. So cool.
Yeah, my favorite part is the Mystery Theater the first night. They kick things off with a little whodunit action at the theater next to the resort.
Yeah, Real Murders members get a big discount on rooms. You should come, Davis.
I wish I could, but I got a college reunion back east. Unfortunately, I'll have to miss curating true crime literature for libraries with Aurora Teagarden.
Wait, what? Ro is a speaker at the conference? Oh, boy.
I loved your presentation. It's almost as if you're a professional teacher or something.
Yeah, well, the club members asked a lot tougher questions than the usual college freshmen.
Well, we know our stuff. Although that's a new statistic about how many murderers end up getting caught because they told someone what they did. It's gone up.
Well, narcissism has gone up. Remember trait number 8? Excessive need for praise and attention?
If I told you how attractive you are when you speak psychology.
Have I told you how much I'm looking forward to getting out of town next week?
Just you and me and 200 other true crime and mystery buffs.
You might have mentioned you were a speaker at the conference, Ro.
Oh, it was just finalized last Friday. Why?
Investigating a small-town homicide with Lynn Liggett-Smith, Chief of Police, Lawrencetown PD. You don't think Lynn would back out just because of Ro, would she?
I hope not. We have 2 kids under the age of 5. We need a vacation. Like, we really need a vacation.
Hey there.
Hi.
You about ready to hit the road?
Yep. I'm just getting my visual aids together for my talk, and then I'm headed over to get Sally.
Your presentation is about how you choose library materials?
It's much more fascinating than you might think. And I'm going to be talking about how the police use grammar and syntax to analyze writings and identify suspects in murder investigations.
Anything you talk about sounds interesting to me.
Sounds deadly to me.
Deadly, huh? Lillian, that was funny. Oh, you didn't mean it to be.
So, you ready to hold down the fort for a few days without Ro here?
Sadly, I won't be here either. But we'll be leaving the front desk in capable hands.
Yeah, Lillian's taking a few days off to meet another librarian friend she met online. A male librarian.
If you insist on gossiping about me, at least wait till I'm not standing before you.
Lillian, a romantic rendezvous?
I wouldn't put it in such coarse terms.
Where are you meeting him?
His hometown. But that's all I'll say. My private life is exactly that. Private.
Oh, I think she's more excited than she lets on. Here, carry this.
Sure. I wish I was riding up with you guys, but I'll be up right after my faculty meeting. Is Philip going with you?
No, he's going with my mother.
You talked Aida into a true crime mystery conference? How'd you do that?
This was a librarian conference. You said you were speaking about curating library materials.
Yes, and you said that you haven't had a decent vacation in years, and you could use a few days in the mountains.
Yes, surrounded by nice, quiet librarians, not murder and mayhem. What is relaxing in that?
Look around this place, Aunt Aida. It's beautiful. What could be bad about being here?
We could still just cancel. I can go home and spend time with the kids.
Honey, your mother wants to spend time with the kids. It's a free room. It's a nice view.
It's Aurora Teagarden every time I turn around. Oh, and there she is before we even get to the door.
Lynn! Who would have thought we'd be speaking at the same conference?
Hello, Ro. Aida. And Philip, the latest recruit.
Gee, Smith, you look like how I feel. Taken hostage.
Oh, come on now. We're all going to have a good time. It's going to be fun.
This really is beautiful.
See, I told you. Come on, let's go check into the conference desk.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
You will never guess who I just talked to. Robert Brown, the author. He wrote that amazing book on the Lapidus case.
Yes, that book was so good. His research was stellar. I'm gonna go tell him.
I'm gonna go to my room.
Linda, hi.
Ro, welcome back. Oh, thank you for saving me by agreeing to be a speaker for that last-minute cancellation we had.
Nice of you to come to the rescue.
Oh, no, I was happy to.
Ro, this is Robert Brown, our keynote speaker.
Yes, I know. I was about to fawn all over you. The behind-the-scenes details in your book were amazing.
Compliments. My trip's been worth it already.
Sorry to interrupt, but the printer just delivered our new signs. Where should I put this?
Right beside the desk is fine. Okay. Tonight's mystery, a very foul play. We've been running it on the weekends for a few months now. Ro, as speakers, you and Robert will play a part in it. It's a conference tradition. Speakers take over from some of our regular actors. And I think I see another of our speakers over there.
Yes, our chief of police, Lynn Liggett-Smith. This is Linda. She owns the Murder Mystery Theater next door and runs the conference.
Nice to see you again, Linda.
Detective Smith and Chief, thank you so much for being a part of our conference. Sure. I have just the part for you in our mystery tonight.
Oh, yeah, about that. Yeah, acting's really not my thing.
Come on.
Oh, no, you'll make a marvelous inspector. You're already a detective.
The audience really gets into it, trying to guess the murderer.
Yes, Monica can tell you everything you need to know about it. She joined our regular cast recently.
Can I be in it?
Linda, my cousin Philip.
I'm like really into mysteries.
Well, what do you think, Monica? Do we have a part for him?
Well, Joe's always asking for a night off. He could take Joe's part.
Awesome.
But what we really need is someone to play our matriarch. Tamara's still sick.
What about you, Aunt Aida? I mean, you said you were in plays in college.
Yes, she's been in several. I have photos.
No, that was decades ago. And I have no interest in being part of a murder mystery.
Oh, come on, Aida. We hostages need to stick together, right?
Then it's settled. We meet at the theater at 3 p.m. for a quick run-through, and then head back for the show at 5:30. I'll see you all at the theater.
Looks like we have all the weapons from the game Clue.
You think?
All right, you two, we have to keep going. Actually, Robert, could you put those candlesticks by the vase up there?
Sure.
And Ro, when you hear your cue, you will enter over here. And you don't have to memorize your lines, you can hold your script. And Robert, you'll enter through here with Detective Smith. Oh, right there. And our grand dame has made her entrance. Ellen Winthrop has gathered the family to name who will inherit her fortune. This play really revolves around your character, Aida, so if you could just project as best you can.
Word gets out that I'm going to choose an heir. And for once, no one is late. Well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it right.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Oh.
You sure I won't hurt you?
No, it's rubber. See? Harmless. Although I'll act like you just gave me a mortal wound and pop a fake blood pack.
Wow. You're good.
Thanks.
Monica, what are you doing?
Brett, what are you doing here?
Broken up not even a week. You already have a new boyfriend?
Oh.
Yeah, well, and what if I did?
Then there's something wrong with you.
Me? You're the stalker here.
I'm here because my dad made Linda another offer, and she turned it down.
Yeah, well, she does that.
Someone needs to tell her she's going to regret it.
Look, I don't know who you are, okay, but I think you should go.
Nobody cares what you think.
Is there a problem?
Mind your own business, lady.
Care to repeat that?
No. I'm going. Okay? I'm going.
Thanks, Chief. Not that I couldn't handle that guy, but...
Of course. What is Brett Stauberg doing here? Is he harassing you again, Monica?
He said his dad made you another offer on the theater. I don't know how you resist. Must be a lot of money.
I will never sell to Boyd Stauberg. Never. Now, it's time to rehearse your entrances. Let's go.
Thanks for defending me from Brett. Chivalry isn't dead after all.
Excuse me, I'm looking for my girlfriend, strawberry blonde, incredibly cute. Have you seen her?
You made it.
Hey.
Well,
I like it.
What do you think?
I think you're having fun. Admit it. Hey, Nick, you two will never guess who just arrived at the hotel.
Lillian, what are you doing here?
Trying to awaken from this nightmare. They didn't mention this conference when I booked my room. Your conference.
So this is the hometown of your internet friend?
Oh, I would have left immediately, but I haven't met Andrew yet. Perhaps I should text him.
Lillian, this is a big resort. I'm sure you can keep away from all this.
I'd still be covered in the tacky film of crime. I have to go.
Beg your pardon, could you tell me where the lounge is? I'm supposed to be... Lillian.
Andrew?
Well, you're even more compelling in person than in your photo.
This is my coworker, Aurora Teagarden, and her beau, Nick. They're here for the True Crime and Mystery Conference.
It's quite the event, I hear.
Yeah.
You know, they say the Mystery Theater is an amusing place to bring a date, so I thought we could go this evening.
Oh, I don't think Lillian would ever.
I'd love to.
Great. So, shall we enjoy a libation first?
Oh, yes.
I think Lillian just met her soulmate.
Love is grand.
This should be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Lynn up there.
I intend to give Meryl Streep a run for her money tonight.
Has anyone seen Monica?
Over there.
Listen,
Hey, Brett. Is that your name?
you shouldn't have come back here.
Philip, please. I got this.
If he's bothering you, then you should.
You know she was just using you earlier to make me jealous.
Stop. And you? You don't need to follow me around, okay? I can take care of myself.
Monica,
Leave
wait.
me alone.
Drama begins before the curtain even rises.
Philip, are you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, take your places, everyone. It's showtime.
Oh, Lillian, hi, come sit with us.
No, thank you.
You wouldn't want all of us on your date either.
Thank you, and welcome to the LB Mystery Theater Company. My name is Linda Bennett. I am the writer and director of tonight's show, A Very Foul Play. Act 1 sets the scene for a dastardly crime based on a true story. Before the curtain falls, a body will be discovered and our mystery launched. We'll then have an intermission, and you can make your best guess on who you think the killer might be. So, pay very close attention so you don't miss any clues. Ladies and gentlemen, A Very Foul Play.
Stop dawdling, Edgar. Come in. You don't want to miss the chance to inherit my grandmother's fortune, do you?
I don't know why she'd pick me.
She's eccentric. You never know.
Misty Fortune. Of course you're the first to arrive. Hello, cousin.
Wait, you're the famous stunt pilot, Amelia Coldheart.
Yes, I've broken more records than any stunt pilot alive. Of course, there aren't many left alive. And you're Edgar Allan Foyle, Aunt Ellen's driver?
I am. But what I really want to do is write mystery novels.
You want to be a writer, eh? You should reconsider. Ridiculous profession.
Uncle Henry, who is this you're with?
An old friend, Inspector Shirley Holmes, private detective. Now there's a profession.
Ah, word gets out that I'm going to choose an heir, and for once, no one is late.
Oh, it's me. Would you pardon me for just a moment?
I notice a broken vase on the floor. Over there, Mrs. Winthrop. I hope nothing's amiss.
No, just a clumsy maid. And where is Lydia? It's time to serve the wine.
I'll fetch it, Aunt Ellen.
How long have we known each other? 20 years.
You're all doing such a great job, especially your mother.
Oh, yes, I think she missed her calling. Why is Brett Stopwork still here?
It's like a bad penny that keeps turning up. Oh, you have to get back out there.
Wine and cheese.
Bet you didn't bring a knife for the cheese.
I have a knife.
I'd say that's overkill.
That's not supposed to happen, is it? Monica?
Shh, the stage crew should get the breaker.
Is that supposed to happen?
What's going on? Everybody stay calm. No, something's wrong. Monica? That isn't stage blood.
She's dead.
We've had a breaker flip before, but never during a performance. I kept thinking one of the crew would go back there to reset it. I finally set it up myself.
All right, thank you.
You do not have to answer any questions right now, Philip.
Oh, that's right. No, I'm getting you a lawyer.
Why, though? I didn't do anything wrong.
We know that, but the police here, they don't know you.
No, I need to speak to them. We all do. How else will they find out what happened to Monica?
We already know what happened. Monica Swanson was stabbed to death right there. And you, Philip Pfeiffer, were seen by over 100 witnesses holding the knife that likely inflicted her wounds.
I didn't kill her, though.
No, Philip did not do that.
Mr. Reynolds. Lynn Liggett Smith, Chief of Police, Lawrencetown PD. I think that I can help here.
I've been told who you are, Chief. You don't have jurisdiction here.
I understand that I don't have any authority here, but I really think I can be of assistance.
You, come with me.
Wait, no, Philip, don't say anything. We're getting a lawyer.
Aunt Aida said her line. I pulled the prop knife from my pocket like I was supposed to. Then the lights went off. I didn't know what to do, so I whispered to Monica, is this supposed to happen?
Monica, the girl who told you to leave her alone in front of the whole cast right before the show started.
That's not what happened. She was...
Go back to what happened on stage.
I asked her if this was supposed to happen, and I heard her say no.
So you located her in the dark by the sound of her voice.
You're making a big leap there.
You'll get your turn.
I was waiting, total darkness. Then someone knocked into my arm and made me drop the prop knife. I reached down to find it. I picked it up. The lights came on, and Monica was lying there with blood. I didn't understand. Her character wasn't supposed to die until the end of the act, and the knife in my hand, it wasn't the same one. It was different.
That's true. I saw the prop knife in his hand when the lights went out. I heard some footsteps go by me in the dark. I heard something fall on the floor.
It's not your turn yet.
Have you talked to Brett Stauberg? He was backstage lurking all day, harassing Monica.
Philip never even met this girl until today.
It took them all of 60 seconds to get my name, number, and ask me if I'd seen anything.
Yeah, same here. And we're sending you back to your room. Wait to be contacted.
These people are not impressed with my badge. They won't let me go back, and Lynn's not answering her phone.
Yeah, Rose's not answering hers either.
Well, should we wait here for them?
They're pretty adamant about us all returning to our rooms and sitting tight till they get our statements.
I want to find out what these three know, okay? Thank you.
I keep thinking it must be a mistake. That lovely girl.
I still can't figure out how it happened.
Well, I'm determined to. And I can think of a possibility or two.
All right, Brett. You want to tell me what you were doing here tonight?
I was waiting for Monica, like I always did when she had a performance.
And from what I hear, you two were no longer an item.
We broke up and got back together all the time. Everyone knows that.
And yet, she loudly told you to get lost right before she went on stage.
That's just her way of teaching me a lesson. Embarrass me or whatever.
Linda and I saw him walk towards the back, where the breakers are just before the lights went out.
Yeah. I was leaving. I was halfway to my car when I thought, no. Monica asked me to come, so I'm gonna wait for her. So I came back in, and that's when I saw her. Lying here on the stage, everyone crowded around her.
So you're saying Monica invited you here tonight?
Yes, she texted me. Look.
Brett, put the phone back in your pocket.
Who's that?
Boyd Stauberg, the bane of my existence.
Mr. Stauberg, sir, I'm gonna need you to wait outside while
While we what, Detective? Grill my son without his attorney present?
Dad, I agreed to talk to him. Someone killed Monica, and I want to help.
You can help by keeping your mouth shut, going outside and getting in my car.
No, hold on. We're not done here.
No, we're well past done. I understand you have a kid, right here. Seen standing over the victim, holding the murder weapon, yet he's not in cuffs. Why? No answer? Okay. I'll call your boss and ask him. Brett, we're going.
Read the kid his rights, put him in cuffs.
No, you can't do that. No. Okay, Detective Reynolds. A word in private first. I would extend you that same courtesy if you were in my jurisdiction. He's letting us take Philip back to his room. Oh, thank goodness. But he's assigning an officer to keep tabs on him.
You went out on one for us. Thank you.
They're telling us we're free to go. I'm scared, and I have a conference full of guests.
I don't blame you, but we know that Philip didn't kill Monica, which means...
Killer is still on the loose.
Well, since they asked you not to leave town until they get your statement, we could try again? Dinner tomorrow night?
May I call you and let you know? I do know that I am glad to have met you.
You have no idea how much I hate this. That they suspect me.
Come on, let's get you to your room.
It's gonna be okay, Philip.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, okay?
Good night. It was so dark in there. I could only see dense shadows, but I know that someone moved past me. I could hear it. I felt it. Philip didn't do it.
No one believes Philip did it.
Well, the police seem to. They almost arrested him if it wasn't for Lynn. We can't let them arrest the wrong person. We have to make sure they catch the right person.
And that's what we'll do.
Aurora, they just dragged Philip out of his room. They're arresting him. What? Come on, let's go. Excuse me, Detective Reynolds. What do you think you're doing?
I am doing my job, a job I should have done last night.
Obviously, it's not right that Philip was arrested, but I have to say, I get it.
Yeah, so do I. After a murder, the police department feels a lot of pressure from different directions to make an arrest.
Yeah, the mayor, the district attorney, to not arrest a suspect seen by that many people holding the murder weapon, it could be seen as a dereliction of duty.
No, I don't see how going after an innocent kid is helping anything. It puts the focus on the wrong person, gives the guilty person time to cover his tracks.
I just talked to Bubba Reinkart. He's arranged for a local criminal attorney that he knows to meet us at the police station.
See ya.
Okay, so they've officially announced they've canceled the True Crime Mystery Conference.
Okay. Makes sense.
I was half hoping the police would make me cancel when they actually did.
Yeah, I'm truly sorry, Linda.
I needed the revenue from this conference to keep going. Now I'm refunding registration fees. It's going to ruin me financially. So I guess that was inevitable. The theater's already having a slow season. And now with the police shutting it down completely for the foreseeable future, I probably will have to sell to Boyd Stauberg. Boyd always gets what he wants.
Linda, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. If you'll excuse me, though, I need to help these people.
Please let me know if there's anything that I can do to help.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so bad for her.
Well, I'm disappointed too. Now I won't get to hear your talk. Tell me what author wouldn't love to unravel the mystery of how to get libraries to order their books. Not to mention that I'm sure you would have been offering some theories about last night's murder.
Yeah, well, maybe next year. I'll see you later, Robert.
Oh, you will.
I should meet my mother at the police station to see Philip.
Oh, I'll go. I can put on my reporter hat while I'm there, see what I can find out.
Okay.
Good, because we need to go see Boyd Stauberg.
Yes, we need to find out who really did this. And right now, he is an obstacle or a suspect. Here are four different stories about Boyd Stauberg and his strong-arm business tactics. How he used the legal system to push out a homeowner, an allegation of bribes to the zoning board.
I bet when you hear the word ruthless is in the headline.
Look, I'm sorry, but there's no way around it. Brett's got to submit to an interview.
My son did not kill Monica Swanson.
Maybe not, but Brett had a rough history with her. He was at the scene. He's got to answer some questions.
You have someone in custody.
Because you went crying to the mayor. Look, I know you're trying to protect your kid, Boyd. But don't worry, I'm not gonna railroad him into a false confession. I mean, frankly, I don't see him pulling off a crime that complicated.
Hi, excuse me.
May I help you?
Yes, I'm Sally Allison from the Lawrencetown Times. I'd like to talk to Detective Reynolds, please.
Sorry, he's not here.
Do you know when he'll be back?
No idea.
Do you know if he's going to have a press briefing about the murder that happened last night?
You can sign up for press briefing alerts. We send out text with details when we have.
Okay, how often is that?
Once a week, usually. I really have to be going.
Oh, okay, bye.
Have they tried to talk you into answering questions without a lawyer present?
No. It's like they locked me up. Now they just keep walking past me like I'm not even here. It's weird.
I think they know that Philip did not kill Monica. They're just using him as a sacrificial lamb.
I know who can help. Roe and the rest of the Real Murders Club members who are here.
What? If you had stayed away from that group in the first place, you wouldn't be in this mess.
I'm guessing you don't like that idea?
No, I don't. But I also know my daughter.
We sat at a table on the right side of the stage, and we got there just before the show started.
Did you notice anyone suspicious, lurking around, looking impatient, waiting for the show to start?
No, nothing like that. The curtain rose, and they were just a few minutes into the play when the lights went out. Everyone seemed to think it was part of the show.
So you were both sitting at the table when the lights went off?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, before we start naming suspects, I think we need to talk about how this murder happened.
Well, we know how it happened. Monica, knife, theater.
Yes, but was it planned? Did someone turn the lights off in order to carry out the killing?
Or did someone decide to take advantage of the circuit breaker being tripped?
Do we know if the police found prints on the breaker box?
Oh, Detective Reynolds isn't saying anything about what they might have.
No, I think it had to be planned. First, there's the knife.
Yes, Ro, that knife is a problem, all right.
Arthur, take a seat.
You all don't mind if Lynn joins us, do you?
Oh.
Lynn, we're thrilled to have you. On a temporary, one-time only basis, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
Detective Reynolds has cut us out of the loop. We're not sure if that means he's compromised by local politics or...
Oh, I think he may be. We overheard Reynolds talking to Boyd Stauberg, and it was clear that Boyd has influence with the mayor.
Yeah, and how the investigation is being conducted.
Well, maybe like Sally said, just this once, it makes sense for us all to work together, especially since Philip was wrongly accused.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate your insights, Lynn. If the local police are hindered in any way from solving this crime...
You were discussing the knife.
Yes. There is no way that someone could spur of the moment come up with a real knife to replace the prop knife.
Let alone know the right moment to shut down the lights, commit the crime, and then make the switch that set up Philip.
Yeah, about that switch. If Philip had the prop knife, then got stuck holding the real knife.
Then where'd the prop knife go?
Yeah.
Detective Reynolds is interviewing everyone who was at the theater that night over at the station right now.
They searched everyone on stage. Cast, crew, they searched the entire theater.
Brett Stauberg wasn't on stage. Of course, he says he wasn't in the theater when it happened.
Yeah, but does anybody actually believe that?
Did the police question him too?
There we go. Suspect number 1, Brett Stauberg.
Brett has a clear motive. He's a spurned ex. And he's seen that play numerous times. He would know when the right moment came. Although he was genuinely upset over Monica's death.
Well, he could have been upset with himself over doing it.
Or maybe he's upset because he figured his father did it. That's the guy who's at the top of my list, Boyd Stauberg.
Yeah, Boyd could have grown tired trying to talk Linda into selling. And we know that the city already approved his proposed plans to turn the theater into a luxury condo complex.
How do you know that?
Research skills.
Well, it could be that sabotaging Linda's theater with the murder of the girl who just dumped his kid checked several boxes for him.
But he wasn't at the theater.
You know, the guy's rich. He could have hired someone in the cast.
Somebody who already didn't like Monica?
Okay, stop. This is excruciating. The real issue here is that we know nothing about Monica. We don't know who was in her life, who she got along with, who she didn't get along with.
Yes, but that would only be the issue in connection with the people who are on the stage, in that theater.
Then every member of that cast has to be put on the suspect list.
Oh, no, not Robert Brown, I hope. He's such a good writer.
Yes, him and Linda Bennett, too. She was there.
But does that make sense for her to sabotage her own theater?
Lynn's right. If we knew more about Monica, then we'd know who would make sense to add to our list of suspects. If this was our case...
Lillian, what is it?
I think I might have another name to add to your list. My friend Andrew. At the theater last night, he disappeared just before the lights went out, and just now, when the police asked him about it, he lied.
Yes, I'm not from the local police department, but I'm doing some footwork, and it's come to my attention that you...
That I lied when I gave my statement. I was afraid I wouldn't get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Care to explain?
After all I've heard about your real murders club, guess I shouldn't be surprised to see you here.
Well, I'm surprised to see you. Did you know Monica?
Me? No. But I am a true crime writer after all. Don't often get a research opportunity like this. Who knows? This case could be the subject of my next book.
But shouldn't we both feel bad showing up at Monica's mother's house?
Where else are we going to find her friends and family all in one place?
But now's not the time to ask them a lot of questions.
I haven't asked any. I just stand and listen to what people say about her.
What is Boyd Stauber doing here?
The plot thickens.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stauberg is out at the moment, and I don't expect him back until this afternoon.
Well, I guess we can come back. Do you see what I see?
That's Monica Swanson.
Excuse me, when was this photo taken?
Oh, that was at our company retreat almost a year ago now.
Well, the woman in the photo, Monica Swanson, why is she in the picture?
Was she Brett Stauberg's date?
That was before they were dating. Monica used to work here. She was an intern for Mr. Stauberg. The photo further down is after they started dating. Excuse me.
We've got to talk to Linda.
That's Monica's mother.
I can't hear what he's saying to her, can you?
What are you doing here? I told you it was inappropriate for you.
I just went back to the theater.
You did what?
I have to talk to her mom. Tell her how sorry I am.
And how's that gonna sound? Coming from the man she dumped, the man that many people think killed her.
Who thinks that? You? You said you believed me.
Son, listen to me. I know you didn't do this. And if you hadn't gone back there that night, no one else would think it either.
Monica asked me to go. I have to tell her mom that.
Fred.
Wow. Did not expect to hear all that, did you? Robert?
Andrew, you gave me a start.
You told your friends that I lied about not leaving the table that night at the theater.
Well, they're not really my friends, and I haven't told the police yet.
I can't tell you how much I admire you for that.
You do?
Yeah, well, you're a person of true moral scruples. I'm obviously not.
You're not?
No, or I wouldn't have lied. I was so embarrassed. I get so nervous sometimes, and my heart races, and I get lightheaded. And that night I was just so bowled over by you. At the play I thought I could sneak away, do my deep breathing exercises, calm down.
Oh, goodness. Why didn't you say something?
Why didn't I say something to the police officer? It's because you were next to me, and I don't know, I didn't want you to think I'm weak. But I didn't realize I'd be putting you in such a moral quandary. I mean, that it would cause you to think that I'm... Anyway. Can you forgive me?
The last time they saw Linda, she said she was headed over to the theater to pick up some files from the office.
Maybe we can catch her there.
That's Robert Brown.
It's unlocked.
Well, then that must mean Linda is already in there.
Where is he?
Back there.
I'll find the house lights.
Robert?
I have no idea how that got into my coat.
Ro?
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I was startled. I'm so sorry.
Linda, no. Fingerprints. The prop knife fell out of Robert's coat.
I swear on my royalties, I have no idea where that came from. Or how it got into my coat.
And yet you almost killed the person who saw it fall out of your coat.
That was an accident. I told you I was startled. First by the noise I heard when I was grabbing my coat, then by the sound of the door opening behind me. My adrenaline... I just backed into the wrong spot.
I don't see why we shouldn't give him the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you. Now, I haven't seen or touched this coat since before the show the other night. I left it in behind the fly system.
Have you been back in this theater before today?
No, I was trying to avoid being here. I just wanted to get what I needed from my office and leave.
If the coat was here since the other night, it would come up in your crime scene photos, wouldn't it?
All right, what I want to know is why you came looking for it now.
I heard the Starberg boy say he'd come by the theater, so I thought if he got in, I could get the coat. It's a $1,500 coat.
Back up. You're saying Brett Stahlberg came by here today?
Yes. That's what he told his father. He was here. It could be he was the one who slipped that knife into my coat.
Coming by here and actually coming inside are two different things.
No one was supposed to be in here, including my staff.
That includes you too, Linda.
Well, Brett must have come inside because the door to the theater was open when I arrived.
Well, I don't see how. Unless, well, Monica had a key. I mean, maybe he got a hold of hers.
Monica Swanson had a key to this theater?
Yes, several of my regular cast members had a copy.
So there are keys to this place floating all over town. Great. Let's get this dusted for print, see what we come up with. In the meantime, you are not to leave town until I give you the okay.
Not going anywhere.
Detective, wait. I don't know how that prop knife got in that coat, but I do know that my cousin Philip didn't put it there.
Says who?
Well, when would he have had the chance?
We'll see how the investigation plays out.
No, you can't keep holding him. There are too many other suspects, and not just Robert. There's Brett Stahlberg, his father. You must know that Monica worked for him.
Like I said, we'll see how it plays out. Excuse me.
Bro, hold on. We should call Lynn.
Okay.
I have to tell you again how sorry I am for my clumsiness. I hope you can forgive me.
I don't trust that guy.
Oh, I knew Monica had been an intern for Boyd Stahlberg. She told me it was a miserable experience. Said the only good thing she got out of it was meeting Brett. Of course, that was before she broke up with him.
Did she say why she ended things with Brett?
Not really. We weren't close that way. But I heard them arguing once. Brett wanted her to go out for dinner with him and his father. She didn't want to go, said she couldn't even be in the same room as Boyd.
And what do you think of him?
Boyd is not a good person. Every building he's put up is there because he drove someone out of business, stole someone's dream. Now he's probably gonna get mine too.
Why hire Monica when you knew she interned for someone working so hard to put you out of business?
You can't blame the rabbit for wandering into the wolf's den. At least she managed to get out. But I fear that might be why she was killed. Stahlberg revenge, Brett or Boyd's, I don't know. Maybe it's all the same. I really have to get back to work. Sorry.
Linda?
Yes?
How well do you know Robert Brown?
Very well. We've been friends for a long time.
Has he attended many of your plays?
Yes, he's been to the theater many times. Why do you ask?
Because I think he may have intentionally just tried to harm Ro.
Why would he do that?
Let's let Linda get back to work. I am fine, really.
I know, that just scared me, and I really do not want to lose you.
The DA has agreed to have Reynolds give us regular updates.
Well, thank goodness.
And he agrees that the case against Philip is weak.
They're going to release Philip into your custody, Chief Smith.
Well, finally, reason prevails.
But that means you're responsible for him and for anything he might do.
Sure. He's not going to do anything. He never even did anything wrong in the first place.
As part of the agreement, Philip is not to leave the hotel until Detective Reynolds is satisfied he poses no threat.
Fine. He's not going to go anywhere, right?
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Yep. You're welcome.
Linda said that Monica had only worked at the theater for 3 months and she wasn't friends with anyone else in the cast. But she was pretty sure that it was Boyd or Brett that killed Monica.
Oh, I don't think it was Brett. He was heartbroken at Monica's mother's house. His father, on the other hand?
Okay, is no one else bothered by the fact that Robert Brown had that prop knife in his pocket and he almost killed Ro when she saw it?
It was an accident, I think.
Well, I'm bothered. But he didn't even know Monica. What motive does Robert Brown have to kill her?
What motive indeed?
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go sit down.
Miss Teagarden. I'm still feeling awfully bad about what happened at the theater.
Yes, well, I'm still standing.
I'm glad. But I'm very shaken by it all. I'm completely unnerved being in the thick of a murder case rather than a detached observer. It's difficult not to get carried away by fear.
Oh, I feel for you.
Thank you. But maybe all this will shake me out of my writer's block. Get me back in the good graces of my publisher.
Well, that's a noble goal.
Enjoy your meal. You are not going to chalk up what happened today as Robert being clumsy, are you?
Maybe Sally can't see his motive to commit murder, but I can.
Well, you can't believe that he's doing all this just to get material for a new book.
No, but remember my talk? I can believe he's a classic narcissist, capable of committing unspeakable crimes.
Where's Lynn and Arthur? We need to talk about next steps.
Well, they went for a walk to get some fresh air.
Fresh air sounds wonderful. What do you say, Philip?
Lynn said I can't leave the hotel, that I have to stay parked here so she knows where I am.
Oh, it's a briefing alert. Police are actually going to give a press briefing. I will call you after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lillian. Bye, Lillian.
Bye.
Well, she didn't stop and talk to you. Do your friends still think that I'm the one who...
No, I explained it was a misunderstanding. Please don't worry about it.
Since you're stuck here, Philip, why don't you keep an eye on Robert Brown? If he comes out of his room, keep track of where he goes and who he talks to.
Okay.
Nick, he can't afford to get any more involved than he already is.
I don't want to sit with the word suspect hanging around my neck either. I need to clear my name.
It's not a bad idea, Mother. There's no risk in Philip sitting there with a book observing.
All right. Well, then I'm going to be sitting right here with my book, too.
What are you guys going to do?
I think it's time we take another trip to Stauberg Development. See ya.
At this time, we are processing various hairs and fibers found on or near the victim, but as the stage was full of people contaminating the scene, we're not sure where that'll lead us. Yes?
What about particular suspects?
No, we're not prepared to discuss suspects yet. I'm sorry, that's all we have time for at this moment. We'll notify you as soon as we have more information. Thank you.
But Detective Reynolds, I have another question. He didn't tell us anything we didn't already know.
Yes, sir, I'll let them know. Mr. Stauberg had to go down to the warehouse. If you'd like to make an appointment for another day.
Well, do we really want to keep coming back here?
I mean, he's just gonna tell us that he hasn't seen Monica since she left the company. I'm sure the police have already asked you that, if Monica's been back since she left the intern position.
Right. And the police already know the answer. I'm sure they've asked a bunch of people around here the exact same question.
Oh, yeah. They'd compare answers, make sure no one lied.
I didn't lie. I told him that she was here last week, that she always brings some cookies from this bakery he likes.
You're not enjoying your book?
Jail was more interesting than this. There he is, Robert Brown. You got some water? That's it? Oh, well, now my battery's almost dead. I have to go get my charger.
Okay. Well, I'll man your post till you get back.
Excuse me, Mr. Stauber. Need to talk to you about Monica Swanson. I was with her on stage when she was killed.
I've got business to attend to, but you're free to make an appointment.
No, this can't wait. Now that we know Monica never stopped working for you.
Monica's internship here ended 6 months ago.
And yet she still showed up here on a regular basis. Brought you cookies. Sounds like someone kissing up with the boss.
She's dating my son. Wanted me to like her.
And yet she was working pretty hard to convince Linda Bennett that she didn't like you. I think that you told her to get a job at the theater and encouraged Linda to sell to you.
And I think you have a very vivid imagination.
Oh, I do. I do, and I imagine that Monica might have grown tired of playing double agent. You know, tired of the whole Stauber bag of dirty tricks.
And maybe she was threatening to tell people about your business practices. Maybe the press. Maybe the police.
You people are barking up the wrong tree. But be sure to tell Detective Reynolds that one. I bet he gets a laugh out of it.
I didn't realize how much I needed that. You know, maybe we should bring the kids back here sometime.
Yeah, or maybe we could keep it just for us.
Oh, there you are. Philip's missing.
What? What do you mean missing?
He went to his room to get his charger and then just never came back. And now he's not in his room. He's not in the restaurant. He's not in the lobby. What if the person who's trying to frame him for Monica's murder came looking for him?
Mother, why is Philip texting me not to be mad at him?
Wait, you've heard from him? He's okay?
He texted her 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, all he said was, don't be mad. Wait, he just texted again.
I've taken a taxi to meet Brett Stauber at his house.
What? He left the hotel after I vouched for him. I gave my word.
All right, let's just try and catch up with him and we'll bring him back, okay?
Mother, Nick and I will stay here with you and I will try to get a hold of Philip. I'm sure he had a very good reason.
Oh, he better have an amazing reason.
Remind me to never get her mad at me.
Front door's wide open.
That's not good.
Really wish we had our firearms.
Hello? Philip?
In here.
Philip, are you okay?
I checked. He's dead.
That's one of the candlesticks from the stage.
Philip, you need to step away. Detective, you need to slow down.
Look, Philip is a witness. You heard what he said.
Brett Stauber invited him here.
Brett slipped a note under my door. He said he knew who killed Monica and to meet him here at this address.
Yes, he left the hotel, but he had a good reason.
He saw Brett running out of the house, then went inside and found Boyd dead.
Enough. I am not conducting my interview with my suspect in this driveway. Now, you need to leave. Go back to your hotel.
There are security cameras mounted everywhere. It's not going to be hard to corroborate his story.
If you say one more word, just one, I'll have you in cuffs next for interfering with my investigation.
We're not trying to interfere. We're trying to explain to you what happened.
It's okay. We understand. We will be available if you have any questions. Look, we're going to call the attorney, Philip. It's going to be okay.
So you think Brett killed his father and is setting Philip up to take the fall again?
We won't know until Brett is found.
I know the first thing I need to find, that note that Brett slipped under Philip's door.
I never should have let him out of my sight. I knew he was so determined to help us out.
Well, I think he was making a noble effort.
Noble, yes. Smart, no. He never should have gone to meet a murder suspect all by himself.
And you supposed taught him moves like that. Philip said he left the note on the desk. I don't see a note.
The bed's made.
Trash is empty.
Housekeeping must have just been here. Excuse me? We need to talk to you.
We just want to look in your trash.
Is this the trash from room 512 in here?
No, you need to ask the manager first.
Oh, wait, this is super important.
Oh, what's this? No, you're gonna get me into trouble.
Yeah, but we just have to find one little piece of paper.
Look, stop. This is against the rules.
Aurora!
I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you.
Very, very, very sorry.
So we'll take this note to Detective Reynolds. That'll prove that Philip was telling the truth.
I'll call the lawyer and tell him to meet us there.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully we can convince Reynolds to treat Philip as a witness and not a suspect.
A very unlucky witness.
Well, we know the police are looking for Brett.
Oh, I completely forgot to tell you. So I grilled a reporter at the press briefing who knew Monica. He told me that Brett used to take her to this one particular Stauberg development construction site. They'd bring wine and food and...
A construction site? That's an interesting place for a date.
Apparently it was really scenic and romantic.
A romantic construction site.
Sounds more like somewhere he would go to hide.
So how do we find a list of Stauberg construction sites? There's probably at least a dozen of them.
Well, they would have had to file permits with the city before any construction. And the best place to search the city's database...
The library. I'll go. I need a quiet place to work on my story for Macon.
Okay?
Okay.
Book browse, errand it. Must be nice to have a big city budget.
May I help you? Lillian. Well, I hope you didn't quit our library and take a job here.
Oh, I'm simply watching the reference desk for Andrew while he takes books to a patron too sick to come in.
Oh, well, if I'm not mistaken, a non-employee behind the desk is against the rules. This new romance of yours, Lillian, it's turned you into quite the rebel. But don't worry, I won't tell a soul. I just need to take a look at the city permit database. Do you think you could help me out?
Yes.
Hey, Ro. Hi. Yeah, this is taking longer than I thought. It seems that this database is only searchable by permit number.
How many have you found so far?
5?
Well, what kind of information does it give for each site?
Well, there's a lot of technical stuff.
Does it give any kind of description for the development?
Let me see. Yes. Yes, I have an office building, a shopping mall, wedding venue.
Wait, a wedding venue? That's romantic and scenic. Do you remember the picture we saw of Monica and Brett at the Stauberg office?
The one where it looks like they're standing in front of some kind of chapel that's being built?
Yeah, the scenery was gorgeous. And, oh, there was a sign in the background. It was something terrace.
Woodlands Terrace?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I've got it right here. It was completed about a month ago.
Okay, send me that address as soon as you can, Sally.
You got it.
And there's Philip getting out of the taxi, just like he said he did.
I think someone intent on committing murder isn't going to arrive in a taxi, do you?
Oh, and there's Brett Stauberg leaving in a hurry.
Oh, Philip, if only you wouldn't go in the house.
Seems this video, along with the note found in Philip's room, corroborates his story.
To the letter.
Yes, and his prints were not on the candlestick used to kill the victim.
Well, so you can let him go?
Well, I can't hold him for the murder of Boyd Stauberg, but that doesn't mean I should let him go.
Come on.
Well, it's for his own protection. Look, we got a killer out there who likes leaving Philip behind to take the blame. I think we should look into why that is. And since I can't trust Philip to stay put in the hotel, I'd like to keep him here a little longer.
Can we fight that decision?
We can.
But he's hoping you won't.
He'll at least be safe here. I'll call it a processing delay.
I knew someone would find me. Did you call the cops?
Yes, but we were hoping that you would tell us what happened to your father.
Karma, I guess.
Did you kill him, Brett?
No. He was lying there dead when I got home. I thought he'd be at work.
Why did you ask Philip, of all people, to meet you?
He has no idea what it's like living here. My dad. Everyone's afraid to go against him. Monica thought that this Philip guy was okay. It seems dumb now to think that he would be able to help me figure out what to do about. My dad got so mad at me for going back to the theater that night. I knew that meant that he was probably the one who...
You believe your father had Monica killed?
I don't want to believe it. But he told Monica he'd give her this big job at the company if she could get Linda to sell. And then she started to like Linda. And suddenly she got all mad at my dad for pushing her. That's why she broke up with me. She lumped me in with him. I think she threatened my dad. Like said she'd go to the cops if he didn't leave her alone. And my dad, he doesn't let that type of stuff slide.
Who do you think he got to do it, Brett?
There was this guy, an accountant. He cooked people's books. He was in prison for a while. My dad helped him when he got out. He gave him money. He made him respectable in exchange for favors. Accounting usually, but sometimes.
Sometimes what?
I don't know. You'd never suspect this guy. He seemed like a straight arrow. He got a new name, a new job.
What's his name?
No. Andrew something. He works at
the library.
Your friend's been here a while.
Oh, I wouldn't call Sally a friend, more of an acquaintance.
She's searching for construction permits for Stauberg development. Why would she be doing that?
Oh, probably something to do with that horrid murder case. She and her friends are never happy unless they're neck deep in muck. Andrew, you're acting nervous.
Would you mind keeping an eye on the desk a little longer?
I'm not sure that I'm comfortable breaking the rules again.
Andrew's last name isn't Wakefield. He was in prison for 6 years for various white-collar crimes related to his former career as an accountant.
His cellmate once worked with Boyd Stauberg and introduced them.
And the police believe Andrew killed that young woman for this Boyd person, while I sat at the table waiting for him.
They believe that his date with you was a cover for being at the theater, yes.
Seems he used you again to cover the reference desk while he went to kill Boyd. He was clocked in the whole time. Perfect alibi.
And the police believe he committed this other murder.
Well, they're still piecing together their evidence, although his fingerprints aren't on the murder weapon, and the security camera at the back of the Stauberg residence had been disabled.
But Brett said that's one of the favors Andrew would do for Boyd. He'd arrange for former prison buddies to do things like disable CCTV cameras.
You're telling me I aided and abetted a cold-blooded killer, but I just can't believe that of him. I can't believe he would take another life.
I'm so sorry, Lillian.
So, turned out to be the mild-mannered librarian no one would have suspected, huh? Not exactly a riveting character. But maybe he has an interesting background to mine.
All checked out. Oh, and don't be surprised if the next time you invite me on a trip, I say no.
Well, since the
conference got canceled. I have to come back next year.
Oh, at least I have time to talk you out of it. We'll see you in Lawrencetown.
Bye, guys. Drive safe, you too.
What are you thinking?
About Lillian? Just feel so bad for her.
Yeah, it'll take her some time to trust again.
I don't know. She's always so sure of her own opinions. Which is why it's bugging me that she's so certain Andrew can't be guilty.
Hi, Ro. Nick, have you guys seen Robert?
He was here a little while ago.
I was packing up my boxes from the convention for next year, and I came across this. It's a manuscript. I'm sure it belongs to him.
Well, why don't you just leave it at the front desk?
Good idea. I should head back to my office. I've got hundreds of online orders to process. It turns out having a real murder happen in a mystery theater is good for sales.
I'll never underestimate the lure of true crime.
Preaching to the choir. Of course, right when I'm in such a hurry.
Oh, Linda, it's okay. We're not in a rush. I will drop this at the front desk.
Oh, you are saving me again. I look forward to seeing you at the conference next year. And I'm guessing we're going to have a lot more people attending.
Aurora Teagarden, are you reading a writer's manuscript without his permission?
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? Is it a draft of Robert's new book?
I need to get this to Lynn and Arthur. And I also need my computer. I need to do some digging into Robert Brown's past.
I just want to go on record that what you're planning is not a good idea.
Nick, remember what you said in your talk at Real Murders. Narcissists who kill have the need to tell someone how smart they are.
But it doesn't need to be you. It could be me. You know how often my students confess things to me?
All right. Here I am. Let's hear it.
Aurora received a manuscript box from Linda Bennett, who said she found it here at the resort. She assumed it belonged to Robert Brown.
Robert Brown?
It's the story about a murder of an actress who's stabbed to death in the middle of performing at a mystery theater. After the lights unexpectedly go out with a knife that's picked up by another actor who ends up getting the blame.
Then a real estate developer gets bludgeoned to death in his own home.
So Brown has been writing about everything that's been happening.
This is 400 pages long. There's no way it was written in the few days since the murders.
Which means these killings were planned for weeks before they were carried out.
This manuscript is a blueprint for premeditated murder.
So how does the story end?
It doesn't. It's unfinished.
We found a set of fingerprints on the candlestick that was used to kill Boyd Stahlberg. They matched a set of prints that we found the other day.
Let me guess, Robert Brown.
So that's it then?
Here's the thing. I don't think Robert Brown is guilty.
What?
But I think I know who did kill Monica and Boyd Stahlberg. I just don't have proof. Which is why I need you to put a wire on me so I can get the killer to confess. Are you sure you can't see anything?
No. I'd never guess you were in a microphone.
I don't see why I can't do this.
Because you're not a librarian. You don't speak the language of books and authors.
I'll be listening the entire time. If it all goes south, you can count on me, okay?
Aurora?
Linda, thank you for meeting with me.
Well, I was happy to. What can I help you with?
I need to talk to you about this.
Okay, sure. Come on in. I didn't think I was going to see you again until next year.
Well, I didn't feel right leaving until I knew what to do with this manuscript.
Well, I've made us some tea. Let's sit.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to leave that at the front desk for Robert to pick up.
Oh, I was. Until I realized that Robert didn't write it.
Oh, I just assumed. I found it in the main ballroom where Robert had all his materials sent for his keynote speech.
Did you read it, the manuscript?
No, I just glanced in the box. Did you read it?
Well, it was hard not to after you dropped it right in front of me.
Yes, I felt bad about leaving you and Nick to pick it all up. Cream and sugar?
No, thank you.
So, why do you think it isn't Robert's?
For one, it's fiction. Robert writes nonfiction, true crime.
Well, he did tell me that he was having a hard time finding the right case to write about next. It's a terrible case of writer's block. Maybe he decided to try a hand at mystery.
How'd you know it was a mystery if you didn't read it?
What else would Robert write about?
She's doing a good job.
You called Robert a dear friend. He must have been if he confided his writing troubles to you.
We go pretty far back.
At least a decade, right? Back when you dated. Oh, I'm a librarian. I know how to do an image search through archived files. And something tells me that while you may be friends now, your romantic relationship didn't end well. Only a bitter breakup would make you try to pass off that manuscript as Robert's and try to frame him for murder.
I don't know what you're talking about. If it's not Robert's, it's someone else's. 3 other writers were going to speak at the conference.
I'm a librarian. Do you know how many times I've helped students run their assignments through grammar software? I can use that same software to compare grammar and syntax to match the author of a paragraph, a page, a book. And the writer of this is the same writer as this. A Very Foul Play by Linda Bennett. You dropped that manuscript in front of the wrong person, Linda.
That wasn't the plan. I was going to leave it in Robert's room so that the maids could find it. But then you had to hunt down Brett Stauberg, and he had to point to the wrong person. Andrew Wakefield is not the one I wanted to bring down. So I had to accelerate my plan. I picked the person most likely to be nosy and want to read that manuscript. I see I've underestimated you. You've also underestimated me.
We have to get her out of there.
I'll take the stage entrance.
We'll take the front.
You came in here to confront me, knowing I used the match to this candlestick to kill Boyd Stauberg.
That's how you got Robert's prints on it. You had him carry those candlesticks up here during rehearsal.
That's right. You see, I don't let anyone stand in my way. Not Monica Swanson, with her hidden agenda, always undermining me, trying to get me to sell. Not an entitled bully like Boyd Stauberg, who was trying to rob me of this theater and my legacy. And certainly not Robert Brown, who the minute he tasted success, he just dumped me like yesterday's garbage. Not you, Aurora Teagarden.
Linda locked it after they went in.
Luckily, I thought to get a key. You are not going to undo weeks of planning and effort and risk.
Roll!
Back here! I'm wearing a wire, Linda. The police have heard everything.
Then I've got nothing to lose.
Up here!
shot.
You need to get up there.
All right.
There's nowhere to run now.
Bro, I got her. I got her.
You okay?
Yeah.
Lydia.
Thank goodness you're all right. Oh. But what were you thinking? Wearing a wire to confront a killer?
You promised you wouldn't tell my mother.
I didn't. I told Sally thinking she could come back here and help me talk you out of it.
Well, and I told Aida because you didn't expect me to worry all by myself.
Well, as you can see, I'm fine.
Yeah, you are. I wasn't worried. Well, not that much. I knew you'd get what the police needed.
Yeah, she got that and then some. She was incredible.
I have to say, Ro, that was some helpful work.
Thank you, Lynn. And I have to say, make a great member of the Real Murders Club.
Yes, she would. But she won't.
Oh, no. This out-of-town adventure doesn't change anything back home. I expect all of you club people to stay out of police business. Understood?
I had to tear myself away from my computer to thank you. I was told it's your sharp eye that saved me from taking the fall for Linda Bennett's crimes.
Never giving up on the truth is important.
So is truth and accuracy in writing. In fact, I was wondering if the good detectives here might have a few minutes to give me the law enforcement view of the case, which will be the subject of my next book.
Sure, yeah, we can do that, Lynn.
Why not?
I wonder what's going to happen to Andrew. I'm sure he's in pretty hot water over what he did for Boyd.
Oh, yeah, the police will definitely be questioning him, especially after what Brett said. But at least I can tell Lillian that Andrew wasn't the killer when we get home.
Oh, that sounds so nice. Can we all finally go home?
Well, I just have one last thing I'd really like to do first.
Okay.
Why'd you want to bring me back here? Wait, you're not about to...
Not yet. But I would like you to take in the surroundings, just to get used to the idea. So, what do you think?
Oh, I could definitely get used to the idea.